doing a Halloween look, as you guys can see, because this is not what I normally wear on a day-to-day basis. I actually was inspired to do this look because I was looking months ago for Halloween tutorials to do for you guys, and I found this look. This is by Linda Hallberg. I'm sure you guys have seen her on Instagram before. This was the makeup look that she showed, and oh my god, I literally died. So I knew I wanted to go ahead and recreate this look because I thought it was a fun tutorial to do. I'm not into all the scary and gory things for Halloween, so I thought this would be fun to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you do, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. And I'll leave at the end of this video all my other Halloween looks that I did from last year so you guys can check them out as well, because I feel like the lace mask, I don't know if I'll be able to top that, but who knows. In the lace mask, I actually think I'm going to do this year for Halloween as well, so definitely make sure you check that video out. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. Bye guys.
Alright guys, so to start off this Joker look, I'm going to go ahead and moisturize my skin. I'm using my Rinse a Day cream. I have talked about the Rinse a products in a couple of my past videos. I really love the skincare regime. I do have a coupon code down below if you guys are interested in trying it out. I've gotten really amazing results from it, and if you get the day and night trio, you can get 10% off using code AA Landry. Everything is down below. So first, I'm going to prime my eyes as always, and for palettes, I'm going to use my two favorite as always. I use these in pretty much every single tutorial. So I'm going to go in with a Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm going to take the shade Tempera. I'm going to go ahead and apply this to the brow bone highlight and then blend it down into the rest of my eye look. For transition shade, I'm going in with Burnt Orange, and this is on a Smashbox fluffy brush. I'm going to go back and forth, going in windshield wiper motions as well as circular motions, and just really making sure we want to blend this out. I am going to go in with more of a darker look, as you guys saw in the beginning, of course. So next we're going to go in with Red Ochre. And I saw in the photo she did have a bit of a red tone in the crease, so I thought this color would be absolutely perfect to go ahead and put in. So I'm using my MAC 217 brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and apply it right in the crease. Also, I'm blending it into the inner corner of my eye a lot because she had that done as well. So just really bring that in the inner corner, and then of course going back with my big fluffy brush, and I'm going to go ahead and blend all of this out. Now I'm going in with the shade Chickadee. This is by Makeup Geek, and I'm taking my fluffy brush again and just applying this color right in the outer corner of my lid. I'm going to bring it slightly into the crease, but the main pigment I want to put in the outer corner of my eye, and just really making sure it's nice and blended. Back to Anastasia, I'm going to take the shade Primavera, and I'm going to take Vermeer, and I'm going to go ahead and combine those with my MAC 242 brush, and I just realized I had black all over my face. Like, how not cute is that? Don't know where it came from, but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and apply that all over the lid, and then going back with my big fluffy brush, I'm just gonna make sure those two shades are nice and blended together. Now to deepen this look, I'm going in with Corrupt by Makeup Geek. I'm taking my Sigma E45 brush, and I'm just gonna kind of start to do, in a sense, like a cut crease, but it's not a cut crease because cut creases are more precise, and I usually really make sure that I don't go below the line. But I'm just going back and forth into the crease and just making sure that I really get this dark and black. In the shade, or in the picture I should say, hers was really black. So I just wanted to make sure I had a thick line of it and just really make it dark. And then going back with my Sigma E25 brush, I'm going to go back into Corrupt and just really make sure that this crease shade is nice and blended. Next, I'm going in with the shade Mocha by Makeup Geek, and I'm taking this Makeup Geek brush, and I'm going to go ahead and put this shade right above the black to kind of blend it into the rest of this eye look. Off camera, I did my winged liner, and I also did my face. I will leave all the products down below for you guys. I just wanted to save time. I did a very light contour, and for lashes, I went in with my velour lashes, and these are in the shade, or the style, Fluff and Wispy. Now to go ahead and do the brows. The brows were complete jet black, so I'm going back in with Corrupt by Makeup Geek and my Sigma E65 brush, and I am going to make these brows black and intense. I seriously, at the end of this, I was like, oh my lord, could you imagine if you really like did your brows intense black like this all the time? Like, it's insane. So just going with the natural shape of my brow, I'm just gonna go ahead and of course place the darkest amount of the black in the outer corner, and then kind of slightly making it lighter in the inner corner. So as you can see, I'm just going ahead and doing the same thing on the other brow, making it as dark as I can get it. And this is what we're left with. How it's so like mind-blowing to see your brows looking like that. I just can't even. So there we go, brows are done. On to finishing the eyes. I'm going back in with red ochre and my MAC 217 brush. I'm just gonna go back and forth and really put this on the lower lash line. This is gonna kind of be our transition shade for the lower lash line. Just going back and forth, and then going back with my Sigma E25 brush that I used for the brows. I'm gonna go ahead and apply some of that corrupt right to the lower lash line, getting it as close to the waterline as I can possibly get it. And then I am going to go back in with my Makeup Geek blending brush that I used from before, and I'm just going to go ahead with no additional product and just blend those two colors together. After that is down, I'm going to go in and apply some eyeliner. I'm using my Tarte Skinny Smolder eyeliner in Onyx and apply it into the waterline. And then she did have an inner corner wing, so I'm going in with my LA Girl Fine Line liquid liner, and I'm just doing a really small inner corner wing. I just really want to make sure that the eyes were pronounced, and I love the way this looks. I really just love adding that little inner corner on just a day-to-day basis as well, not just for Halloween looks. And then to finish off the eyes, I'm just applying a coat of mascara to the lower lashes, and we are done. For blush, I'm going in with Style by MAC on my F05 contour brush, and I'm really just applying this right to the apples of the cheeks, and I'm really just making it really pigmented. As you can see, I pretty much normally don't wear my blush like this, but for the purpose of Halloween and this look, I'm just going to go ahead and apply that, and then just blending it out slightly. I didn't want it to be so intense, but at the same time I didn't want it to be very light, so just blending it and just so that it kind of blends into the rest of our face. I am applying a little bit more black. I just felt like it wanted to be a little bit more darker, so just applying a little bit of corrupt, and now we're good to go. So going in with the Sigma eyeliner brush, I'm going to go ahead and start to outline the face makeup. So I'm going in with corrupt, and I'm going to go ahead and start to kind of create those triangles right above my brows. So placing the dots, I did the dots first. I just felt like it would be easier to kind of map out where I wanted the triangle and then go ahead and connect it. So as you can see, that is the line that I made. I'm going to go ahead and just now connect the dots as always, making it as big as you want. You can make the triangle smaller, you can make it bigger than I did, whatever you would like. I'm just going to go ahead now and connect the dots with the black eyeshadow. I just feel like I wanted to go ahead and map it out before I went in with my gel liner and completely, you know, just put gel liner marks all over my face, and then I would mess up, knowing me. So I felt like black eyeshadow was the best way to go. So now I'm going to go ahead and just bring up the point just a little bit more, and then going ahead and doing the same thing on the other eye. I tried to make them as similar as I possibly could. I know that they're all, of course, not the same. They're not perfect, but I tried to make them as similar in height and shape as I possibly could. Now starting to do the triangles underneath my eyes. I'm pretty much again starting where I started on the top to line up the triangles together, and underneath I am making them a little bit smaller because I didn't want to have just big triangles underneath my eyes. So I am making them, actually I should say thinner, not smaller. I'm making them thinner than I did on the top, and just going ahead, of course, creating the dots and then connecting everything together using that same black eyeshadow. Again, going back and just creating a little bit of a line at the end of the triangle. It just kind of elongates it, and just really, I just love the way that that looks in general, and that's what she did in the photo as well. I'm going to go ahead and also do my lips since I'm already using the shadow. Again, I'm lining my lips first with the shadow. I'm just going to overdraw my lips and then create a point at the top by the Cupid's bow. It's so, I my lips are so thin, so on the top I really tried to make sure that my lips were really accentuated at the top, and just for the lower lip I pretty much just stuck with the regular lining of my lip, as you can see me doing here. But on the top I just really wanted to accentuate the top. I mean, it still is thin, but you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do. I have very thin lips. What you gonna do about it? So now I'm gonna go ahead and create a line going out, and I'm connecting it to my lip. This is where I feel the Joker-esque aspect of this makeup look just really starts to come together, because those lines on the lips is just, ooh, Joker. So now we're gonna go ahead again, as you can see, line connecting it, and there we go. So now for the fun part, we're going in with the gel liner. I'm using my Maybelline gel liner in Blackest Black, and I'm taking my Sigma E65 brush again, and now very slowly, making sure you don't go out of the lines, I'm gonna go ahead and fill in all those places on my face. Starting with the lips, as you can see, I'm going very, very slow on the lining of the lips because I didn't want to go out of line and mess it up. So just take your time, don't go out of the lines, and just fill in everything. I did the lips first as well because I just felt like it would be easy to fill the lips in, creating those lines, and then we're gonna go ahead and fill in the triangles. I will say my Sigma E65 was probably the best brush to go ahead and start filling in everything, but as you will see, I do switch back over to my liner brush that I used in the beginning to map everything out, and also just to make sure that I could get the lines as straight as I want. I felt like with the Sigma E65, you would think that it would be easier to create the lines with this brush, but I don't know, maybe it's just me. I just feel like I needed a smaller brush to go in and just make those lines even better. So I'm just gonna go ahead, as you can see, fill everything in with the gel liner, and there you go. And this is what everything looks like completely filled in. I think it came out really good. So as you can see, like I said before, I'm now going in with that eyeliner brush, and I'm just really making sure that the lines are straight and that I fill in the whole section of the triangles as much as I can. You know, if there's any little spots that I missed or spots that I felt like need to be a little bit more blacker, that's when I go in with this liner brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and fill in all those spots. And then I also am going to use this brush and create thin lines going up to the top of my forehead, as you see me doing here. And after that, your look is complete. So I hope you guys enjoyed my Halloween tutorial. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. If you liked it, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.
I feel like I look like a mix between a woman from the 80s who teased the crap out of her hair and also slightly like Gene Simmons from Kiss. No, don't leave me. We're just gonna make it work.